Shalom, Shalom, Israel. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect and all the men and women who are rehearsing the righteous acts day in and day out to the best of their ability, in season and out of season. Shalom to you. Okay, so before we get started, I want to give all praises, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who are preaching and teaching this truth across the whole world, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indigenous of the Americas, and the speckled bird that are amongst those other nations as well. Okay? In case you didn't know, Yahweh is the true ancient Hebrew name who the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahweh Shai is the only begotten Son, which the world ignorantly calls JC. Bahashim is the ancient Hebrew way to say in the name, and Rahakwadash is the Holy Spirit. Okay, so today's video is going to be about spiritual warfare and how we deal with it every day. And you recognize that and realize that once you're coming into the truth, how much of a warfare it is in every parts of your life, from your work to your own home to problems within your cities and states and nations and so forth and world. Okay, so we're at a constant spiritual battle. Okay, let's go here. Give me 1 second. Let's start off here at let's go here to Matthew's 10 and 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Okay, very clear and straight to the point. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, he didn't come to send peace on earth. He's letting you know. I came not to send peace, but a sword, right? For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against the mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be thy of his own household. And he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. Okay? So, this is a spiritual warfare is talking about, you know. You're going to have issues amongst your own household, your own wife, daughter, etc., how it's said here and all these scriptures here, you know, because they're dealing with the battle themselves. And anytime you're trying to take these matters into your own hands in a vengeful or violent matter, you're going off, and that's wicked, right? Because the Lord is telling us very clearly, he's letting you know, I didn't come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. You know, he's bringing that spiritual sword, okay, to battle these wicked demons and angels, right? To battle all these demons that people have out here. Let's go here to Ephesians 6 and 12. Ephesians 6 and 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? We're not supposed to be wrestling against people, creatures, anything that is carnal. but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay? That's who we're having issues with. That's who we're battling against. We're not battling against any flesh and blood. We're battling against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against the spiritual wickedness in high places. And we just got done reading earlier where Yahweh, he's making this, he's causing this to happen, right? He's letting us know the game plan. He's letting us know what's going to happen before it even happens. So you have the advantage. There's no need for us to take the will of take our will into our own matters, right? Okay. Continue reading here. Ephesians 6:13. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that you be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Right? Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh. And it's going to explain what that whole armor is here in the next scriptures, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day. There's going to be a great, great trouble for Jacob. Jacob's trouble is coming. And it's going to get worse and worse after that. And there's going to be a pure day of evil. And having done all to stand, and being able to do everything you can to be able to withstand this evil day. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and have it on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? This is the spiritual battle that we have to prep for, and this is how you prep for it, right? You got to take on the helmet of salvation, right? You got to equip yourself with the sword, the spiritual sword, the double-edged sword, which is the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, right? He's giving us the game plan. He's letting you know every single step he's going to take. That's a huge advantage that you have over everybody out there. Okay. Let's go back over here, Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against the flesh and blood, but against principalities. And we could look that word up, principalities, and you can see what it's talking about. This is the Greek transliteration of principality, archa, archai.
Strong's G 746, arche, arche.
Arche, principalities. The beginning, principality. First, let's get some more definitions here. That by which anything begins to be, the origin, the active cause. Okay, let's go to this last one here. The first place, principality, rule, magistracy of angels and demons. Okay, so this is the principalities of the angels and the demons that you're fighting against, and the Lord pretty much letting us know, what are you doing, man? I'm literally letting you know I'm the one. So you're wasting your time, and more importantly, you're going off trying to do your own will, right? Seeking after your own lust, seeking after your own fleshly desires, right? We're not in that season right now. You know, that's going to come way later on, and the Lord will let us know. Okay, we all want to feed that flesh, right? But we got to have the right warrior spirit, which is the spirit of a warrior, but in this truth, with the weapons of the word, which I just got done reading what the sword was. The sword was this truth, this word. Okay. This is the true gospel that we're talking about here. Okay. So we have to be careful with that. You know, you're seeing people coming into this truth, and you're seeing people that have that wicked spirit in them, and they want to take matters into their own hand, and they're going off. And you have to stay away from people like that. You know, because that's not what the word, the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai told us to do. Okay, so stay away from people like that. Completely avoid them. Okay, because they're going off. Okay, we are here to do the Most High's will, not our own desires. Okay. Okay, so let's go here to Revelation 17 and 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and the King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Okay? Those are talking about the elect right there. And the Lamb is Yahweh Shai. Right? They're going to try to make war against Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai is going to overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords and the King of all kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues. Right? Let's talk about the vision that the prophet had. Let's go down here to 17 and 17. For Yahweh had put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast. Right? And the beast is talking about here Babylon the Great. Okay? And clear as day, right here, you're seeing Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will. So Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is always in control. There is no such thing as free will. They might think they are because they're feeding their flesh, but they're really not doing their will. They're doing the will of the Father. Why? For God had put in their hearts to fulfill his will. Okay? And he's talking about these other nations, that they agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, which is Babylon the Great here, and the spiritual Babylon here, Egypt and Sodom as well, which is modern day America here, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. Okay? Once again, the Lord's letting us know what he's doing, so we could take heed and hearken unto his voice, right? And just stay on the word. And this beast is Babylon the Great. We could find it right here. 17 and 5. And upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Okay? It's not a mystery to the elect. Okay? The elect have been preaching this for the longest. Mystery Babylon the Great is the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, the mother of all types of atrocities of the earth, right? Of all the types of wickedness and degenerate behavior and degenerate lifestyles. This gave birth here in America. They gave birth to all that. They were the first ones, the mother. Okay. And as we read here earlier, for God had put in their hearts to fulfill his will, these other nations. Okay. He put it in their hearts because God does that. And there's all types of scriptures proving that. And the woman which thou sawest is the great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Okay. And let's go here to First Kings, and we could see how Yahweh always forces his will on who he wants. Okay. Just like he put it in their hearts to agree with the beast, he's done that in the past. He's gonna put it in their heart to go against the beast as well. Okay. Because it even says it right here, right above here, 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Speaking of the Babylon whore, shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Right? And that fire is talking about those ICBM missiles, those intercontinental ballistic missiles that are going to be coming here. Okay. This is already pre-designed, okay, by the Most High. Okay. Let's go here to First Kings. Let's start off at 21. First Kings 22:21. And there came forth a spirit, and stood therefore the Lord Yahweh, and said, I will persuade thee. I will persuade him. And there came forth a spirit, and stood before the Lord. One of his angels stood before him, and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him, and prevail also. Go forth and do so. There you go. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua said, hey, not only are you going to persuade him, you're going to prevail. You're going to succeed. Okay? So go ahead and do so, because I'm giving you the authority to do it. Okay? So God is in control all the time. There's no such thing as our will. Okay? Let's continue reading here. 1 Kings 22:23. Now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. There you go. The Lord put the lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets. So you got to be careful, right? That's why you have to stay sharp with your sword day in and day out, so you won't be easily confused, right? So you don't let your flesh take over and to try to force you to do your will, right? Because anybody that goes against Yahweh Hashem Yahshua's will, as you see, is going to get dealt with harshly. Okay, the scarlet whore being the beast. They persuaded all these other nations to unite with her, and now they will be going against her and cursing her. Okay. We could go to I think it's Amos 3 and 6. Salakia. Let's go to the Amos 3 and 6. 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? Okay, it's letting us know, straight to the point. Okay, so that's why it's important to stay sharp in this word day in and day out, because you don't want to be deceived like these people, right? The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he'll send a deceiving spirit. That's scary, man. Right? We know better than anybody, man. We got to fear the Lord. Fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and knowledge, right? Proverbs. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and knowledge, right? Because if you're aware of what's really going on and who Yahweh Hashem really is, you would be afraid, man. And you know better than to try to take any type of matters into your own hand, right? That's just the flesh speaking. It's probably a demon trying to persuade you, okay? So rebuke those demons and stay away from people that teach otherwise, that teach that. Because that's not what the true gospel is about, right? It's about his will, okay? All this has got to happen. This is not the season for anything like that. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to handle the scarlet whore and the beast. Is going to have the other nations, like we read earlier, go against her. Right? These shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, man. But ICBM missiles is going to do that. Okay? He's letting us know, this is not the season. The elect will have the honors later to have the honor into being able to get the elites, the wicked of this world, and to imprison them with fetters of iron, right? Let's go there to real quick. Psalms. This one. Yep, Psalms 149 and 7. All right, we could start here. Let's start at 6. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand, right? And let's talk about the word, the holy gospel, right? The two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? This is one of the beautiful honors that the saints will have, that the Lord's going to give them, right? And this is not the season for that. Jacob's trouble needs to happen. The microchip, the RC chip, right? That needs to happen. The war needs to happen between these nations. And then Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah will give that honor to the saints, the elect, right? Who's been faithful and truthful all this time. Who's been patient, more importantly. Okay? So I just wanted to speak on that. The Spirit led me to speak on this topic today, the spiritual warfare, and how we all go through it in many different ways, from within our own home, from within our own uh, spiritual battles we have going on within ourselves. You could rebuke that in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, pray on it, meditate on it, fast on it. Because they're not going to be able to withstand the Holy Spirit. Okay, so, and you're hearing about people trying to take matters in their own hands is wickedness, man. It's straight up going off. And that's not what the true gospel is about. As you read earlier, how is it going to be about you taking your own will when it clearly tells you everything that's going on is done and orchestrated by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? So there is no free will, okay? You just got to be patient and you got to hold strong in faith, okay? So before I go, I want to give all praises, all glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who are preaching and teaching this truth with humility and sincerity, with no gimmicks and no biases across the four corners of the world. To you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indigenous of the America, and the speckled bird that are amongst those other nations that look like those from those other nations, but they go back to Jacob as well. Shalom.